Is 7 Heroes in 1 actually good? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to the table, and today I'm going to be going over Arachne, Marionette, and all 6 of the demi heroes that are going alongside Mary. And holy crap, let's get into it. This is nuts. I know it's been a minute, but hey, we're diving right back, and it's just, we're getting into the chaos that is Arachne, Marionette, and all of the chaos demi-heroes that are going alongside Mary. So, let's get into it. Arachne, Marionette, or Mary as I like to call it, is a 4 intellect, 40 health, chaos assassin hero that reads your attacks with stealth that are attacking a marked hero, get +1 power, and when this hits, it gets go again. So marking already seems pretty important. For that, and in addition to, at the beginning of your end phase, if your opponent is marked, so if you haven't hit them this turn and they're already marked, you become a random agent of chaos, and your life total does not change when you go into, or when you become one of the random agents of chaos. And these random agents of chaos are one of 6 different demi-heroes. So it's 7 heroes. Mary is 7 heroes in 1. Why? Why? So, let's go over Black Widow to start things off, because, I mean, oh my gosh. All of the art, by the way, before I go any further, Mary, beautiful. Black Widow, beautiful. Funnel Web, beautiful. Orb Weaver, beautiful. Redback, beautiful. Terry, beautiful. Trappy, beautiful. But let's get into things. Arachne Black Widow is a 4 intellect, whatever health you have when you transform into her, Chaos Assassin Demi-Hero. And has a once per turn attack reaction that says discard an assassin card. Then target assassin attack gets +3 power. And if it has stealth, it gets this amazing on hit that says your opponent banishes a card from their hand. So, buff, interaction, stapled onto an attack reaction on your hero. That's beautiful. That is incredible. You are losing a card from your hand, yes. But I can totally see this deck running a ton of cards that say, mark one of your things, mark one of your opponents, and like some of it, you're going to be wanting to run a lot of attack reactions because you're wanting to hit a lot in this deck to mark your opponents and all that kind of stuff. But in addition to that, I don't know what's going on in the background here, but in addition to that, you're wanting to hit with, there are a ton of on hits that this deck is going to be wanting to do outside of marking, right here with Black Widow. If it hits, interaction galore. But this deck's wanting to hit a lot, and I can totally see there being a lot of attack reactions that might not always be good, or you have too many in your hand. So I feel like there are going to be cards throughout the game that you are going to be fine discarding. Sure, it sucks you're getting rid of cards from your hand, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. It's going to be a lot better trade-off for you than it's going to be for your opponent. Because either they're losing a card from their hand that doesn't do literally anything for them, and it completely screws up their next turn, or they block with more cards from their hand, and then they don't lose something. Because the way that I look at it, your opponent's always going to be like, oh crap, if you're Arachne Black Widow, oh crap, what am I going to do? Am I just going to let this thing hit, and then I am likely going to lose a card from my hand, and I just lose a thing? Or do I block with a ton of stuff, and maybe they don't even activate the attack reaction? Because you don't have to with Black Widow. That's the worst part for your opponent. So it's kind of miserable for your opponent. Like, this sucks for the opponent, honestly. But yeah, Arachne Black Widow seems like an amazing demi-hero. Then there is Funnel Web, which is basically the same card. And by the way, before I continue, at the beginning of your end phase, you return to the Brood, so you revert back to your base hero. So you get Arachne Black Widow for 1 turn, then you go back to Mary. Then you have to do the whole marking, and if your opponent's marked at the end of your turn, then you become one of these random agents of chaos again. So that is an important thing, which is why you're going to be wanting to hit a lot, which is why I think some of the cards like marking and some of the attack reactions might not always be good. But anyways, Funnel Web is the other one of the demi-heroes that you can transform into, which is pretty much the same thing as Black Widow, but instead of the opponent banishing a card from their hand, it's banishing a card from their arsenal, which, depending on the situation, it might be better or worse for you. Because if the opponent's been setting up for a while and they have this one card that just keeps sticking around in their arsenal, you turn into Funnel Web, well, you're likely going to be getting rid of the best card in their hand, or the best card that they have access to at the moment. So, yeah, Funnel Web, to me, seems just as good as Black Widow. Sure, banishing cards from the opponent's hand is better in a lot of senses than banishing a card from their arsenal, because there's not always going to be a card in the arsenal. But Funnel Web, I mean, when it works, I feel like it's going to work so good. In addition to that, I mean, the other reason why I love this card so much is the art is sick, man. I mean, look at this art. Like, what even is this? I mean, it's chaos. It is pure chaos. And I love it. I did not think that after New came out that I would build another assassin hero, maybe ever. I'm like, why would I ever build another assassin when I have New? Here I go. Like, assassins are honestly probably, like, one of the best classes in the game. Like, I love warriors for Raiden and Dorinthia. They're easily my two favorite heroes in the game. But Arachne, this new Arachne Marionette, dude, this is going to be number 3 for me. This might even beat Dorinthia, which I can't believe I'm saying this, but, I mean, Mary might beat Dory, so let's go. But, after Funnel Web, there's Orb Weaver, which is very different from pretty much all of the other demi-heroes, because we don't know everything about, Orb Weaver, but in addition, it just seems potentially way stronger than the others, depending on how good a certain thing is that hasn't been spoiled yet. But so, Orb Weaver reads Graphene Chiliquere, I said that right, cost you 1 less to activate. Well, what the hell is Graphene Chiliquere shit? That. What does Graphene do? I don't know. Nobody knows, because that card hasn't been spoiled yet. So it could be a weapon, it could be a piece of equipment. It might honestly be a piece of equipment, but I guarantee it's a dagger. I mean, looking at the art, there's so much stuff going on that just screams, dagger, 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 dagger. I mean, it's probably going to be a dagger. But in addition to that, it has a once per turn instant that reads, discard an assassin card from your hand. Who would have figured? And then you equip a Graphene token, and then your next attack with stealth this turn gets +3 power. So the once per turn instant side honestly seems weaker than all the other ones that are going to be on the demi-heroes, because 1, it's not a reaction, and 2, it doesn't have some sort of an on-hit, or it's not really doing anything else beyond that on-hit that's really going to be that good. But it does equip this Graphene card. So depending on how good the Graphene is, it could be really good. And if it's a dagger, you know, I mean, they cost you 1 less to activate, so that could be nuts for you right there. But, I mean, I don't know. It seems really good to me. It seems really good to me, Orb Weaver. Depending on how good the Graphene is, this demi-hero could be honestly really insane. Then there is Redback, which this one, it doesn't interact, but it also is incredibly powerful. And maybe even more powerful, depending on how good Graphene for Orb Weaver is or not. It might be more powerful than all the other demi-heroes I've listed so far. Maybe even Mary themselves. But so, Redback reads, as a once per turn attack reaction, who would have thought? You discard an assassin card, who would have thought? Give targeted assassin attack +3 power, who would have thought? And if it has stealth, instead of having some crazy on-hit, it gets Go Again. Which, notably, assassins are not very well known for Go Again. And going wide, I feel like in this deck could be better than in most other assassin decks, because you want your opponent marked at all times, period, end of sentence. It is always going to be good for you if your opponent is marked. And the more, basically, ability that you have to get your opponents marked in some way, the better for you. Which, I feel like Arachne Redback, while it doesn't interact at all in any way, or maybe give you this insanely powerful Graphene card, depending on how good that is, but, I mean, this giving out Go Again could potentially be the thing that allows you to keep tempo throughout the game, because, I mean, your opponent needs to be marked at all times for Mary to transform you into all these random demi-heroes to get all the extra value out of having 7 heroes in one package. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. Arachne Redback, to me, seems really powerful. And in addition, I mean, I can't really say anything bad about it because look at that art! Again, the art is incredible for all of these. I mean, it's just this, I don't even know what to call that assassin in there. It's just, it scares me. It gives me nightmares. But then there's the umbrella made out of blades, which is also going to give me nightmares. But it's just beautiful. It's just so freaking beautiful. Like, the art on all these Arachnes is honestly some of the best art, if not the best art in all of Flesh and Blood. With that border, I mean, that border to me is just... Oh, if you couldn't tell, I really like this hero. Like, I did not think I would, but I really, really like this hero. But then there's Arachne Tarantula, or as I like to call him, Terry. Because, I mean, look at that guy. He looks like a Terry to you, right? He doesn't look like he's gonna murder you, right? Also, I think it's really cool how he's made out of, like, scrap metal. Because I don't think many people have actually said that, but he looks like he's made out of freaking scrap metal, and he still looks terrifying, and like it could cut you better than any other blade in the history of mankind. But anyways, Terry says whenever a dagger unit hits a hero, they lose a life. Which is already kind of nuts, because I mean, daggers kind of suck. I mean, they're just these one little damage-dealing pieces of crap, and then whenever it hits, they lose more life, and depending on what the daggers do, maybe it's some crazy on-hit, maybe this Graphene card that is likely going to be a dagger on Orb Weaver, maybe it has an on-hit, well then the opponent's not going to want to have that on-hit, because then they're going to obviously have to deal with the consequences of that on-hit, and then they lose a life from Terry. But either way, I mean, Terry just seems awesome to me, in my opinion. Terry seems cool. In addition to that, as a once per turn attack reaction, you discard an assassin card and give target dagger instead of an assassin attack +3 power. Now that also is very good to me because daggers, I mean, for assassins, daggers have always been pretty important because the on hits usually allow you to like get around certain things depending on, I don't know, the daggers in assassins to me are really super cool, and depending on the moment in the game, their on hits could literally be the thing that changes the tides and gives you the tempo or allows you to maintain the tempo. And allowing you to, as in a reaction, buff one of your daggers for 3 is good on a hero, in my opinion. Like, not a lot of stuff buffs daggers, especially at reaction speed. I think you can only buff daggers at reaction speed in this game. But very few things buff daggers in this game. And having that stapled onto your hero, again, it's the thing with Black Widow and Funnel Web. The opponent's like, oh, do I block this and prevent the on-hit and the additional loss of life to then just get blown out by the Arachne, to get blown out by Terry. So it's just that whole mindset again. And I love the Assassins. It's just always mind games. It's just always stupid mind games. And I love that so much. But yeah, Terry, he's fun. He's cool. He's a cool guy. And the art is terrifying. Again. But then there's Trappy. I want to say Trapdoor, but his name is Trappy. I got nicknames for some of these guys. I got Mary, I got Terry, and I got Trappy, but I don't have nicknames for the other 4. I don't have a name for Black Widow, Funnel Web, Orb Weaver, or Redback. So leave a comment down below and tell me your nicknames for one of these 4, because we gotta get a cool nickname for all of them. Because, I mean, Mary, Terry, and Trappy, beautiful. They're all amazing. So we gotta continue this trend. We gotta continue it. But Trappy here says when you become him, or it, or I don't even know what to call that, you may search your deck for a card, banish it face down, and then shuffle. If it's a trap, you may play it until the start of your next turn. I mean, oh my gosh. So this, to me, is really cool. Because this hero, now, Mary, the deck, it screams to me, hey, you can take this in a mid-game direction. You can kind of like play a mid-game kind of game. And that's my favorite kind of game to play. I love mid-game decks, or mid-range decks. I love decks that just kind of just accumulate value throughout the game, just kind of take their time to set up, and then boom, crazy stupid thing. And this says this is going to be a mid-range deck. Or you could take it in that approach with traps. And I love defense reactions. And traps, to me, are some of the freaking coolest kind of defense reactions in the game, because it defends and it can also be proactive for you, because it can be, yeah, it can be defensive and more reactive, but it can be proactive because it's like, hey, now your opponent's got this token, or now this opponent loses this, or now the opponent this, or yeah, it's something. I don't know. I like traps, and this, yeah, it's cool. Trappy is cool. All of this is cool. And also, he looks like he's glitching like a freaking, like, horror game, like, movie screen thing, like a TV in the horror games. It's glitching, and the screen particle effects. You all know what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. I'm not losing my mind or anything. It's not, like, 7 o'clock at night right now. It's later than that. But anyways, Trappy, cool. But all of these heroes are super cool. I think they all, like, when the 7 heroes in one, like, a couple of people that I know have said, this might not be great. And I feel like it's going to be really cool. I mean, it might not be the greatest because you got to do the whole marking thing, and depending on if you transformed one of the demi-heroes at a certain time, the randomness of it, maybe you turn in the funnel web and the opponent doesn't have anything in their arsenal and it doesn't do anything for you. Or maybe you turn into red back and you don't need go again, and then that doesn't really do much of anything for you. Or you turn into Trappy here and you don't have any more traps in your deck, and then Trappy doesn't do anything for you. Those moments can happen, and I can see some points being against Mary, but overall, to me, it just seems so fun. This deck seems like it's going to be such a blast. Like, I cannot believe Fane, a Royal Draconic Warrior, the Dragon Warrior. Like, I never thought I would have never pictured I'd get something that incredible. And I'm getting that in this set, and I'm super psyched for it. But I never thought I would be more excited about a different hero in the set with a Dragon Warrior, like Poe. But no, Mary showed up. And now I got Mary instead of Poe here. What the heck? But yeah, anyways, leave a comment down below telling me what nicknames we should give for Black Widow, Funnel Web, Orb Weaver, and Redback. And hey, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Enjoy your Christmas, everybody, if it is Christmas. If it's beyond Christmas, then enjoy the Happy New Year. If it's after 2024's ended, then Happy 2025 if it's after 25. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. I'm losing my mind. See you next time.